What is going on? Welcome into the channel. Thank you for taking the time to join me always. My name is Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to look at the weekly energy. So let's get into it. I am recording this on the autumn equinox. How exciting. It is time for harvest. It's time to really take inventory of where the hard work has paid off. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a little tricky right now because there still is a lot going on astrologically that we are contending with. We're coming off of a tense week where we had a full moon in Pisces, really heightened, amplified emotions, triggerings, feelings around certain subjects, people, places, and things. And I do feel there is a better overall handle on what is going on if you are paying attention, right? I mean, awareness is like the best tool we can all utilize. But there still is a lot, right? There still is a lot. It doesn't mean everything's hunky-dory and, you know, a skip through the park. Things are actually challenging us and pushing us to step into that power. So we are on the autumn equinox. It's also, we moved into Libra season today. And Libra season is all about partnerships. Happy birthday for anybody who's celebrating, just sending all the love, all the blessings your way. I really hope that it is a good Libra season for you. So we will start off with an energy cleansing, little blessing for you, blessing for me, cleanse out any negative, low vibey, unwanted energy, so to speak, things that kind of block, hinder us from moving forward. And then we'll get into the reading. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well. So if you want certain questions answered, to receive certain messages from spirit, it's a really good time to set that. Be open to receive. That's a great way to make this collective reading a little more personalized to you. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any blocks, fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, annoyance, impatience. Help it to release from our being so that we may see things clearly, and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love, amen. Okay, so it's a really, I feel like energetically you're starting to embrace the changes. With the sun harmoniously aspected to Pluto, it's really talking about how you're ready. You know, you're ready for certain things to leave, right? To end certain cycles is what I should maybe say. And you're feeling a little more confident and comfortable in it. However, beginning of the week, Venus is not liking the change, right? She is what makes it seem either too comfortable, too complacent, sweeping it under the rug, giving the benefit of the doubt, overly justifying bad behavior, etc. And so we have to make sure that that desire to be fanciful about how we see people, situations, etc., we really have to be mindful of that. Because, like I said, we're not quite out of the woods yet. The full moon brought in a lot of intensity. It kind of remained throughout the rest of the week, and then we got a little bit of reprieve. And again, it kind of has the same pattern this week where there's a lot building as time goes on. Poise Stardust. So really kind of connecting when we have these kind of calmer moments, when things are feeling a little bit more settled, I should say, not being afraid to use that to your advantage, right? To kind of make sure that you're taking time for yourself, because there is a lot going on and it is very internally conflicting. Yeah, part of you wants it, but part of you has to admit the places that aren't going well, that feel shitty. Yeah, bringing clarity, bringing awareness, like I was talking about in the very beginning, is difficult, but there is value to it. When you do, it's bringing you this beautiful life affirming energy, an opportunity to change, to make different choices, to move forward in a different way, and kind of align, with the cosmos, not to sound like a cheese ball, but true, right? There is something very beautiful and valuable about like dancing in the magic of life when we're so in alignment with who we are that we're able to easily navigate, just like this Empress does. I feel like, the Empress has been popping out for you a lot lately, which I love that energy. I just feel like you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're not acknowledging this enough to yourself, like either how far you've come or who you are or what you do, what you do bring to the table. And this is a really beautiful, again, like there's noise in the background. I don't want to oversell it, or I'm not trying to make it look like way better than what it actually is, because there is definitely tension and noise in the background. Like I said, we still have a lot of tense aspects to Mars beginning of the week. I've been talking about this a lot. And basically what that does is it just makes certain plans that we have hard to push forward. We hit those proverbial brick walls, right? You get more no's, and 100% with this 10 of Wands, stress, burden, and I'm hearing for you, like almost not even knowing if you're doing it in the right way. Feeling like, I feel like you almost feel like you're shooting in the dark. That makes sense, right? But again, that's where this clarity on who you are and what you have going on is really going to help you, is going to help you kind of get out of this state of burden and stress. Not everything has to be stressful. That's why there is this value in the beginning of the week to kind of take a little more time for yourself. But I think a lot of that is coming from the mental, emotional stress. We still have Mercury square to Jupiter. So it gives this feeling, this illusion, 10 of Swords. I was seeing this while I was shuffling as well. 2 times, which I like. It gives, number one, let me back up. It gives us this illusion that like things aren't going our way, or we can't like communicate what we're trying to do, how you want things to look, or what you're going after. Because the people, the situations that don't understand right now are just not, And the nice thing is, beginning of the week, there is more of the air element, which does attach to communication, the way we think through things. Overarching energy for the week is about not letting yourself get distracted, not becoming too soft. And I don't know, maybe that sounds weird, but sometimes we do need to toughen up, right? Sometimes we do have to really kind of put on our bootstraps and I don't know, whatever that saying is, like just have a little bit more courage, strength to do hard things. Hard choices have already been made, but Spirit wants you to keep moving in those, right? Because this is ultimately about what you are cultivating and building for yourself. 100%, I love that. Endure with the passion flower. So it's about endurance. And even though on some level, I know it feels daunting, it's exhausting, been there, done that. I feel like I've learned this lesson. I feel like I can move on, right? And it's not happening. How annoying, right? But at the same time, I feel like it's like this opportunity to ingrain into yourself what you need to see, sense, and feel, or the ways that maybe you don't allow yourself to see, right? You don't allow yourself to see like who people are or what their agenda is, because right now you're feeling a lot of weight and burden. You're seeing things happen over and over again. You can't get out of cycles. And I feel like some of this is just kind of attached to maybe even like how you're treating yourself, how you are showing up in relationships, right? Like how you're kind of allowing people to treat you. So be mindful of that this week. That goes exactly with that Mercury square to Jupiter that I was talking about. Not feeling able to kind of communicate like what your success is, how you're building and growing things, etc. Reaching outside of the box in order to make things happen, even when it is a little bit uncomfortable, or there is this vibe. This Poppy is also about like, again, illusion, like people and situations that are trying to make you feel like one thing is true when it in fact is not. So, new action plan, right? We talked about that. And from the space of like understanding your power, understanding your confidence, understanding who you are, the middle of the week is going to get very tense. And you know, like I said, this has kind of been the normal ebb and flow lately, right? Where we kind of get some rest, some restoration, kind of like rejuvenate, get ready for another round, essentially. And not to, you know, make light of it, but Mercury midweek is in opposition to Neptune. So that really goes back to like where we miscommunication, not only miscommunication within ourselves, but like illusion, like I was talking about, buying into something that someone is trying to sell. It's very mismatched. I'm hearing like, again, someone's trying to get you off their track, right? Like I'm seeing like a dog that tracks things or that sniffs things out, and they're trying to get you off their scent. There we go. Sorry. I could see it, but the words weren't coming. And you're smart enough to know this. You feel it. Water element is heightened during the middle of the week. But again, there's still this tendency to not trust or believe in yourself. Embrace in the truth is what I'm hearing. Embrace in what you're seeing, sensing, and feeling. This 9 of Wands, I'm like hearing like, don't be afraid to start that fire, right? Fire starter in a good way, right? I'm never encouraging any like, you know, real burning down of the house. That's my disclaimer. But this value, I mean, I'm seeing the phoenix, right? That proverbial rising from the ashes, not being afraid of a little destruction, because it actually is going to burn away. And honestly, the sun is in the middle of this 9 of Wands card. So when you start to burn away at the facade, the truth is going to be revealed, right? You end up with this clarity. And yeah, maybe you do have to go on the defensive. Maybe you do have to embrace something that is a little bit more aggressive, but it's actually pushing you forward in a good way, because middle of the week, Mars is harmoniously aspected to Saturn. So we're starting to learn the lessons, right? Starting to see things clearly. And I'm hearing this as like embracing your empowerment. This is not about bulldozing someone over. It's about speaking the truth to bring clarity, to bring light, to bring authenticity to what is actually transpiring. And it is the ending of the cycle. We have 2 10s, 2 9s. Yeah, so everything across the board is showing that this cycle is coming to a close. We've been seeing that in readings. You're stressed out though. You're stressed out. I don't know if you feel like you're selling someone or something out, But middle week, we see a lot more tension. Like I mentioned, 3 9s in a row. You have to push forward, right? Like your overarching energy for midweek is to embrace. So embrace it. Embrace your brand. Embrace who you are. Embrace what you're trying to accomplish, however that shows up in your life. Embracing that person that you want to be, even if it's not something someone likes or what they want to see, or it's not placating their ego. It's not about that right now. Right now, it is about like getting right with yourself and who you are. Chiron North Node in Aries. They're both in retrograde. It's also this value of kind of, yes, seeing those places where we are finding a lot of wounding. So, it's going to get a little bit messy is what I'm seeing, especially with people that aren't really understanding what's happening or willing to work with you or acting more out of the frustration and aggression. So be really conscious of that midweek. I do see someone being a little vicious, mean. I feel like someone's like negative side is coming out. Oh my gosh, I love this. Look away and take root. So I'm hearing this as like, don't pay attention to someone who is very sad, angry, depressed. Don't pay attention to it right now. It's not worth your time and energy. And if anything, it is the thing that is bringing in a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety when you're just trying to do your due, right? You're just trying to put your best foot forward. You have the sun shining around you in a lot of different areas. You are vibing as the Empress. So there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of opportunity coming your way. You're feeling good, strong, independent. And someone is just like shitting all over that. Someone or something. This can even be a group of people, right? They're putting up these heavy boundaries, and it's again, that illusion. It's a facade. It's someone who wants you to look at them in order to distract you. And that's not. It's actually Spirit saying to like root down into who you are, into what you want. Look away from the car crash is what I hear, right? We don't all need to gawk now. We can send them a little love, send them a little blessing as we pass by. But I feel like it's not worth your time, energy. It's not worth compromising what you've worked so hard for and the way that you are vibing. And people are going to be and do what they're going to be and do. And that's part of your role this week, is really embracing you, who you are, regardless. You've been sedated, right? Your hands have been tied. You haven't been able to really express or embrace this part of who you are. And now the tide is turning and you've built in enough strength to overcome. And you are doing that. And I feel like this is a blessing to the world, not to be a cheeseball, but again, true. That enchanting energy that you have, what makes you you, what makes people inspired by who you are. And not being afraid to embrace that, right? Like, not being afraid to let that be seen. I mean, you're already vibing in this way, and you have been for our past couple readings, so like, that's awesome. Always a good feeling. Being in the flow. Try not to overly criticize or, again, let the fear and anxiety. I do feel like this is like a murmur in the background for you. So something's coming in out of this, and maybe life does feel a little bit dire, or like, not this again, or oh my gosh, like, are you serious? Like, almost like you are feeling a little suffocated or defeated by someone or something and their bad behavior. And they are kind of spewing it on you this week. End of the week is a little bit more settled, thank God, but at the same time, something's coming up to kind of reel you back in. Something that you do need to self-protect over. that you really need to like listen to your instincts around. I feel like someone's, again, this came up recently too, like someone's trying to get something out of you without really I should say the thought that they are giving something in return. There's not reciprocity. Trying to come to your emotions. There's pleading for forgiveness for some of you. This is a past energy. This is someone who's trying to find all their different options. What are their options to kind of like reel you in? They've been working at this for quite some time because I'm hearing options are running out. Like, been there, done that, over it is what I hear, right? That's why your overarching energy this week is enduring the bullshit. We've been seeing this a lot lately. I apologize, It does suck. It's annoying. But like I said, I think that there's like this silver lining about recognizing that like putting in the work, keep reminding yourself, it's building those new brain connections, right? Is what I'm hearing. It's building those new pathways. So the positivity, the goodness, like the enchantment that is coming in for you is something that you connect with more authentically, that you're not giving yourself back to a person or a situation that really doesn't have your best interest in mind. And they're going to try, right? They're going to try. We've been seeing this. And part of this is about you willing to embrace those lessons and learn from them. Awareness is in the third eye, It's people can manipulate us so easily on the 3D, right? Like what we see, people lie, good liars, they manipulate, they try to control or work things, hustle, etc. And this is actually allowing you to see beyond what people present, knowing, sensing, understanding who they are and whether it fits for you or not. And a lot of it is attached to this past situation because you did give someone or something too many hall passes. Time to simplify, keep it simple. When we do simplify, it's easier to keep things in focus, right? It's easier to keep things a little bit more systematic. It's also easier to not get triggered because while I don't think someone's trying to trigger you this week, I don't get that vibe. I do feel like someone's engaging with you. And like I said, there's this 7 of Cups energy. So they're trying a lot of different routes to navigate in. And it does smell like manipulation, 100%. Maybe they don't understand this cognitively, but that's how they're coming through. They're trying to get something, enchant you. This illusion has been popping up for us a lot. When we simplify, it helps us see that way more clearly, and it gives us new tools. It gives us new perspective, new understanding to work with as you're preparing for this abundance that is coming in. There's a lot of beauty. There's a lot of blessings here for you, and you need to know how to manage that in a smart and wise way, especially with what the future is bringing in, right? Because it's about not getting taken advantage of. It's about being authentic and true to you and not compromising yourself, not compromising your morals, your beliefs, who you are, in order to live that life of like happiness and fulfillment and feel strong and successful in what you've built. And that's the path that you are on, right? And again, getting those illusions out of the way, the people, places, and things that like are trying to make you feel like you don't deserve or you can't have it, or, are just kind of inundating you with lies. It's been that time of year, apparently. I don't even know if it's that time of year, but that time of the universe, that time of astrology. I don't know how you say it, but I really do hope that these messages help. I hope that they give you insight. I hope they give you confirmation for some of the stuff that you're going through, dealing with. definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how it resonates. It definitely blesses my heart. Or if you just want to connect, a little love, little TLC, I love that as well. Thank you for all the love and support you bring to the channel. It really blesses my heart. Sending all the love and blessings your way.